Hey friends, it's time for Global Tarot Circle. It's November 1st, day after Halloween. Hope everyone had a great spooky season. I figure we're still in spooky season for at least another week. So we do this at least once a month, sometimes twice. We gather together. First thing I need you to do is go ahead and tell me where in the world you are and what deck you're working with. And a few of you have done that already. Of course, I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I am in Palm City, Florida, and tonight I'm working with Lightseers Tarot. So, go ahead and let us know. It's so nice to see all of you. Special shout out to the members and the moderators. We appreciate all of you being here. Please make sure you like this video. So, again, let us know where in the world you are, deck you're working with, tonight, and I see lots of you coming on in. And then for the first half hour of our time together, we do readings for one another, and we do it in a very specific format. So here's your format. If you want a reading, ask a question. It can be a specific question. It can be, what does the universe want me to know? Any sort of question. And Soda Pop, just wondering, what do you think of the Halloween tarot? U.S. Games Halloween tarot? I don't love it. But it is beloved and people use it a lot. I don't own it. I don't own it for all the reasons you just said, Soda Pop. But it is very well beloved, and a lot of people use it this time of year and use it at their Halloween parties. Now this year, I've been using my brand new Wiser Tarot at my Halloween parties, which is why I'm using Lightseers now, because I'm giving Wiser a rest, because, man, I put it through its paces. Oh, my gosh, I have been busy with Halloween parties. And that's a fun question, too, that we can talk about later on in the second half, is like, if you read at a Halloween party and you're reading for people in masks and costumes and stuff, does that make it harder? Does it make it harder to give a really serious reading to someone dressed as a clown? Literally. So that's something we can talk about later if we want. The first half hour, we do readings. Ask your question. I'll take the questions in the order that I see them. I will pull one card and give my interpretation, and then anyone else who wants to read, go ahead, put the name of the person you're reading for, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. All three things. Name of the person you're reading for, name of the card you got, and your interpretation. And so if you ask a question, then go ahead and read through the comments. To get your full reading, you don't just listen to me, you read through the comments. And Justine, I've discovered that you should not use the costume to try to read something about their personality. It really, in my experience, that has been the opposite of helpful. And Soda Pop depends on if I'm drunk or not. Right. And of course, I'm being paid to work there, so of course I don't get drunk. But sure. All right. So nice to see all of you. Cindy from Daytona Beach. Lots of good questions coming in. Thank you. And let's see. Jelly Roll, that's Claire, and Claire is a member on her other account. We appreciate you. Bradenton, Florida, using the Radiant. Very good. Betty Flesher, thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. Clarity Tarot, thanks for using a members only emoji. Madison, West Virginia. Gina Rutledge, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Naples, Florida, Rider Waite. Betty, I dressed up as a witch, right? You know what? I'm dressed as a witch every day. Absolutely. Teresa C. in the Poconos, Von Ray in Central Florida using Hoodoo Tarot. Very good. Let's see. Mix You Ears, Michelle in Toronto using Smith-Waite Centennial. Petite Gal 25, who is Liat, is in I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Encenadas? Using the rider weight, but also has the light sears. And that's a great question too. We can ask in the second half, like, how many decks do you have? And how many do you use? Like right now in my career, I have more working decks. Like I used to just have one working deck at once. Now I have like 5 working decks at the same time. And that is new. And it's because of you all. Because you got me like bringing out different decks so we're not boring in all of the lives that we do. So I think that's what that's about. All right, let's see. Lady Lenormand, Brenda, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Trying to decide between Ghost Tarot or the Boo Tarot. Ben, Libra Does Tarot. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. In the UK, using that Wiser Tarot deck. Such a great deck. Soda Pop, thanks for being a member. In upstate New York, using a tarot app on your phone because you're at a friend's house. Hey, it works. It works. Yes, you are allowed to ask a question, Nalini. Thanks for being here. All right, let's get going. I think some of you have already started with reading, so let me catch up. All right, and you don't have to do every one. If you want to, yes, but remember, I can speak a lot faster than you can type. So if you end up doing every other one or just the ones that feel interesting to you, whatever you like, but we're going to start. Encinitas, thank you. Thank you, Leah. Encinitas. Got it. Okay. Here we go. And Soda Pop, you've got 15 decks, and you prefer decks that are more in the RWS vein. Makes sense? Peggy Lou is here. Thanks for being a member in Oak Hills, Florida, using the RWS. Can't go wrong. All right, first question, Smile Soul 20. Thanks for being a member. What does the universe want me to know? Always a good question if you'd like to do this reading. At Smile Soul 20, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. Okay. Right now, Smile Soul 20, 4 of Swords. The universe wants you to know that it's okay to rest. It feels like you've been working really, really hard and been really busy, and you need some time to rest and recover. And as soon as possible, it's not only okay, but it's important to take time for yourself. Let's see what other people have to say. Teresa C., thanks so much for being a member and a moderator. And Claire Lilly is here using her own deck. And Claire Lilly will be presenting at StarCon 2023. And she's using her deck, which is Aunt Lily's Tarot deck. It's a great deck. Claire, go ahead and drop a link for that so people can check it out for sure. All right. All right, next question, Nalini Kalu. Thanks for being a member. I'd like to know if my guides have any guidance for me at this time. I've been feeling very sad lately. If you would like to do this reading, at Nalini Kalu, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what guidance is there for Nalini? The Fool reversed. I feel like on one hand, you're having a hard time figuring out your way forward. On another hand, you're feeling regrets of the past. Like if this hadn't happened or if I hadn't done this, then this wouldn't be a problem today. And I feel like so much of what you got to do is just address immediate problems and not do the woulda, coulda stuff. And it will be okay. That's what I think. Let's see what other people have to say. All right. Soda Pop. If you'd like to do this reading, at Soda Pop, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. My question is it too late for me to restart this creative project? Will anything come of it? Any advice? So a single card for advice about a creative project, at Soda Pop, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Wow, you saw me shuffle, and again, the Fool reversed. So different interpretation this time, though. It's only too late if you think it's too late. This is something that you want to have fun with, that you don't want to overthink too much, that you just want to do it. And do it for the sake of doing it. Do it because it's a good project. And rather than thinking about, well, where is this going to take me? Just let it be and let it be the project, right? All right. Here we go. I am scrolling down. Okay, so Liat, is this a question for people? No, I guess not, because you have another question. Um, so, Petite Gal 25, who is Liat, what big change is up next for me? Hang on a minute, I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. Oh, and I skipped over Von Ray. Von Ray, I'll do you next, all right? All right, so Liat, Petite Gal 25, what big change is up next for me? If you'd like to do this reading at Petite Gal 25, the name of the cards you got and your interpretation. I think with the High Priestess reversed, it's going to be internal. It's an internal change around your own healing. Maybe you take things too seriously. Maybe you feel guilty about things that are not your fault. Maybe you are the survivor of certain kinds of disrespect or abuse. The next big change is finding healing to those things. All right, Von Ray, thanks for being a member here. Thanks for being here tonight. Here's the question. I was unexpectedly offered a promotion at work. Will this be something good for me, and or will it propel me to where I want to go? If you'd like to do this reading at Von Ray, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, congratulations on the offer anyway. I mean, one way or the other, it's nice to receive such an offer. Let's take a look and see what we see. Ooh, Four of Wands. I'm liking this, Von Ray. I feel like it's something to be celebrated. I feel like it suggests how well people think of you. I think that it suggests that it could bring you to a place of security. I feel good. I say consider it. Okay. Next question I see is Michelle, mix you here. I'm not working right now, wondering how long I should wait to find a job. I'm on unemployment so I can pay my bills, but I need to rest and help my parents. All right, if you'd like to do this reading at Mix You Ear, the name of the card you get and your interpretation. Let's see what we got. The Devil. So Michelle, you don't want to wait too long, but I have to say right now, taking advantage of the unemployment is probably good because yes, you do need to rest. You need to take care of your health. You need to take care of your parents. So I'm going to say a little while longer before you start looking in earnest. Absolutely. Ashriel, nice to see you, Ashriel Knight. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Burning question. Having walked away from a lifelong dream, ouch, where do I go from here? What's next for me? All right, if you'd like to do this reading at Ashriel Knight, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Seven of Wands. So I have a really interesting interpretation here. There's going to be all kinds of ideas, all kinds of possibilities, and all kinds of people telling you what you should do. What you need to do is take a moment and center in with yourself to figure out what you want to do. And you know, the walking away from the lifelong dream may be the thing that allows you to walk to the thing that could be the right dream, the right path, the right reality. Okay, next question, Arlette. Now that I'm going down the path of weight loss without surgery, I'm wondering what will be the hardest part, and how I can work through it to get the results I want. I'm going to just read that again. Now that I'm going down the path of weight loss without surgery, I'm wondering what will be the hardest part and how I can work through it to get the results I want. All right. If you'd like to do this reading at Arlette Coelho, the name of the card you get and your interpretation. Here we go. Arlette. Six of Pentacles reversed. I think you, like me, will reward yourself with food. I think that for you, certain foods are associated with certain things and comfort and reward and all of that. So it's going to be disconnecting food from those other things, from reward, from celebration, from fellowship, all those things, all the ways that we use food where it's not really about food, it's about those other things. That's going to be the hardest part for you. All right. Next question. Ben Lieber does tarot. Will I hear anything about my new job this week? I know I got through the interview, but they're being slow with the details of the final offer. Wondering if I should give them a nudge. All right. At Ben Lieber does tarot, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Let's see what we got going on here. King of Pentacles, I think you're going to get the job. I don't think you need to give them a nudge. I think you just need to be patient for now. I think it'll happen. And I think you may hear about it this week for sure. All right. M, thanks for being here. I have an interview on Thursday and would like to know if I will be hired. All right. If you'd like to do this reading, at M, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Strength. I think that in this interview, I think you've got a good chance of getting the job. I think you have to show them your strengths, but you need to do it in a very measured, controlled way. Do not be over talkative. Do not be overexcited. Let's see what other people have to say. And Nalini is in Panama City Beach with the Gilded Tarot Royale. That's a new deck for you. That's so exciting. Okay. Lots of great readings going on. Thanks, everyone. Okay, Justine, thank you for being a member and thanks for being a moderator. One of my good friends from high school is getting married this weekend, but I have a lot of anxiety about attending the wedding as it is out of town and I will have to travel alone. I'm still feeling pretty vulnerable and a bit unstable emotionally as I'm still healing from a recent breakup. My 30th birthday is on Thursday. Happy birthday! So this will be my birthday weekend also. My biggest concern is most of my friends who are attending are in the actual wedding party, so I'm hoping I won't get stuck being the odd man out while I'm there on my birthday weekend. Oh my gosh. What do I need to know about traveling alone to the wedding this weekend? Will I have the opportunity to connect with my close friends while I'm there? Let's take a look, and happy birthday, my Scorpio sister. All right. So if you'd like to do that reading at Justine Osina, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. And Justine, I know I owe you an email. I will send it to you tomorrow. And the answer is yes if you want to, but I will, I'll let you know. I'll give you the ups and the downs on that and the caveats and all the possibilities. All right, Justine. Ten of Swords. You know, this could be hard in a lot of ways. And let's see what other people have to say. But I would be prepared for it to be mentally and emotionally hard. There may be ways that you can work with that. There may be some opportunity here for healing. So let's see what other people have to say. All right. Betty Flesher. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Being All Saints Day, any message from my grandfather, Shannon? Let's take a look. And if you'd like to do this reading, at Betty Flesher, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right, here we go. Betty Flesher. King of Pentacles, I would say that's a message from your grandfather. And look, he has a dog with him. I wonder if he's also saying that he has your dog, Sugar, who has passed on. It is certainly a message of stability. It is certainly a message of his presence with you. So that's beautiful. All right. Thank you, everyone, for doing such great readings and participating in this. Okay, MD007. I would like to know if I will find a job in another city by the end of the year. Let's take a look. And if you would like to do this reading at MD007, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. Oh man, the devil. You may need to be careful what you ask for. I think you could find a job. I don't know if it's one that you're going to like or one you're going to keep, but yes, I think you can find a job. All right. Next question that I see is Jelly Roll, who is Claire, and Claire is a member. We appreciate her. What did a visitor from beyond the veil want me to know yesterday? Wow, I'd love to hear the story on that experience. If you'd like to do this reading at Jelly Roll, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Four of Pentacles reversed. Visitor wants you to know that you can feel safe and secure, that you're okay, that you're guarded and guided. Okay. Next question I see, Deirdre Sullivan Beeman. Thanks for being here. Should I take on a new client that came to me today? It would be nice money, yet could be a headache. Yet perhaps it would also be a good learning experience. Well, let's take a look. If you'd like to do this reading at Deirdre Sullivan Beeman, let's see what we got. Deirdre, it would indeed be a good learning experience. Yes, it might be a little difficult, but it would be good. I think you should do it. I really do. Let's see what other people have to say. Denise Woods, does anyone see better, more stable financial influx for me soon? All right, if you'd like to do this reading at Denise Woods, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. Justine, you just did a great reading for Arlette. I just saw that. That was good. I mean, everyone's doing great readings, but once in a while one catches me like, ooh, that's so good. Good interpretation. All right. Denise, at Denise Woods, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Does anyone see better, more stable financial influx for me soon? The Fool reverse, man, that's been a popular card today. I feel like there's some things you have to do to make it happen. I think it's possible, but you have to make it happen. Do not be afraid. All right. I'm just scrolling through here. Thank you, everyone, for doing such great readings. So exciting. Oh, no, I've overscrolled. Hang on. Hang on. Let me get to where I was. Hang on a minute. Okay. Lady Lenormand, man, your interpretations are just so good. It's so good to really see people giving great interpretations. Gina Rutledge, yours as well. Just, really detailed interpretations. Thanks for your hard work. Hey, Janine Barnes in England using the Guild Tarot. I love that deck. Very good. Okay, and here's a question from Janine. I need to move forward in my life and feel more settled, but my boyfriend and I have conflicts of interest regarding living arrangements. Seems like a lose-lose situation. How can I get past this? All right. If you'd like to do this reading, at Janine Barnes, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. Let's see what we got going on here. And remember, Lady Lenormand, Brenda Elizabeth, is doing an intensive at StarCon this year. She will teach you Lenormand from the bottom up Friday morning at StarCon this year. So remember that. It's a good reason to come to StarCon. Okay. If you'd like to do this reading, at Janine Barnes, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. Nine of Pentacles. Janine, I think this is about being insecure being secure with yourself. You know, you have to do what is best for you. And if your boyfriend doesn't like it, that's his problem, not yours. If it causes the relationship not to work, then this relationship was not going to work anyway. So you need to do what's right for you. End of story. All right. Okay. Just making sure I'm not missing anyone. All these readings, so good. Everyone's doing such a good job. Betty, you got the Four of Pentacles for Jelly Roll as well. I did too. That's so cool. That's so cool. Good interpretation. Okay, Claire Lilly. And Claire, thank you so much for being a member here, Claire Lilly. And we're looking forward to your presentation at StarCon. Is my 2023 Tarot Planner going to be successful on Amazon? If you'd like to do this reading, at Claire Lilly, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. Chariot reversed. You have to promote it. It can be successful, but you must promote it. All right. All right. So from my perspective, we've come to the end of the questions. If you're here and you haven't asked a question yet and you want to, it's last call for questions. Joanne Matthew. Oh, as I live and breathe, I'm so happy to see you here. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so last call for readings, y'all. And I'm opening up the floor for questions about tarot, conversations about tarot. So right now the floor is open both for readings and, oh, Peggy Lou, I missed you. Okay. Did I miss other people too? Let me go back and see if I can find it. And if I missed anyone else, it's helpful if you let me know. And also with all the comments, it's helpful if you can reiterate the question. Hang on one second. But this way I'm scrolling back. Oh, here we go. I got it. Okay. Peggy Lou, thank you for being a member. Thanks for being here. What kind of things will be going on till the end of the year? If you'd like to do this reading, at Peggy Lou Levens, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. All right. Chariot reverse. This is the second time this has come up. My interpretation for you is you're going to be sticking close to home. And so paying attention to what's going on in the home and on your property is the most important thing. Let's see what other people have to say. And next question I see is Cindy Rosario. Will I be able to finish my home project this year? If you'd like to do this question, at Cindy Rosario, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. And again, it's last call for readings, y'all. So if you have a question for reading and you have not already asked, one question per person, please. Go ahead and put it in. And here we go, Cindy Rosario. You will be able to finish it, if not by the end of December, by the end of January. So yes, pretty close, pretty close. And again, if anyone else wants to do that reading, at Cindy Rosario, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. All right, so some questions about tarot. The floor is now open for any questions about tarot, decks, cards, techniques, anything you want to know. And look at Justine right there, man, right on the spot. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, this is good with your birthday coming. I love this. Does anyone have any special spreads they like to do on their birthday? I'm looking for a larger comprehensive spread to self-celebrate. That's wonderful. I love that. So, anyone? Birthday spread? I'll tell you what I did. And y'all know I just had a big birthday. And I did my normal Celtic cross and just did sort of, okay, go shorty, it's my birthday. What do I need to know given that? And that was very, very helpful. So, I mean, for me, I would say use the large spread that you're used to and just put that, put that energy into it. You could also make up a spread for yourself. And probably if you Google, there are birthday spreads. Lady Lenormand, this is a good one. I love to pull 12 cards, one for each upcoming month of the year. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that. I love that. Very good. Everyone else, let me know, what do you do to celebrate your birthday with tarot? Peggy Lou says the same thing, 12 cards, one for each month. Absolutely. Okay, so my tarot questions, reading for people in costume. If you've ever read at a costume party, harder, easier, what do you think? Justine wondered if the costumes actually say something about the people. And I haven't found that to be true. I find I have to look past the costumes. But maybe you've had a different experience. So what are your thoughts there? And I was also curious about your deck collection and how that works for you. And I was sharing, I've got a very large collection, but it used to be that out of that collection, I would have one workhorse deck, and that's what I would use. Y'all have switched me up on that. Because I'm here so many times a week and I want to show different decks, so it's not always the same deck, I now have 4 or 5 working decks all at the same time. And not every deck that I use with you is a working deck, but a lot of them are. This one is, my Wiser Tarot is, my Spiral Tarot is, and it's just so unusual for me to be doing that. But I really like before each reading, sort of, of this subset of my collection, which deck do I feel like using for this reading? And then whatever deck I pick in the morning, I'm likely to work with throughout the day. And, Wiser was my Halloween party deck. I took that to all the parties. Jenna Matlin and I once had a conversation, and I don't know which one of us came up with this. It might have been Jenna. But basically that if you are a tarot reader who does parties, in October, you're like a freaking mall Santa, right? And I don't do that many parties anymore. I don't have to. But I did a few. I know others did more, but I did a few. Okay, Lisa Harmon, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Betty, y'all have deck envy. Yeah, you should. You should. I do. I love my deck collection. I do. My husband says that if I predecease him, he's going to sell them one deck at a time, specifically as coming from me, right? So there we go. Okay. So costume party. Lady Lenormand, yes, I have done other events where it's loud and crazy, but what helps me is to hold something of theirs for the moment. I usually ask for the keys. It helps me to focus and center. Got it. Yeah. And that part of it doesn't bother me. The question, though, is it harder when they're in costume? When they're sitting in front of you, but they're dressed in some crazy way. And 9 times out of 10, it'll be the person in the funniest costume who has the most serious problem on the table. It always seems to happen that way. what have you discovered as far as costumes? And yeah, the loud and crazy, as long as it is not so loud that I can't be heard, I'm okay with it. And what that tells me about you, Lady Lenormand, if you ask for their keys and hold their keys, you're psychometric. I did not know that about you all this time that we've been knowing each other and been friends, my friend. I don't think I realized you were psychometric. It does not surprise me, but I think it's very interesting, and I'm not going to forget that. So cool, so cool. Okay, and Claire Lilly, regarding birthday, using numerology to find out the year ahead. Add month and day plus the current year, month and day of your birth plus the current year to give you the number, and that gives you cards for the year ahead from the major arcana. I did not figure out my year card, excuse me all. So 8 and 6 minus Temperance, Hierophant. I'm good with that. That's good, that's good, that's good. Claire, over 70 decks, not surprising. Claire, you did your first costume party on Friday, didn't even think about it, so it was just normal. That's cool. Ashrael costumes, not all the time, but there's one or two there that tell people who they are and who they were in a previous life that I believe and have seen. All right. Febborn. Okay, we're going to do a reading, everyone. Febborn, feeling stuck, how to move on. If you'd like to do this reading, at Febborn, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The Tower reversed. You gotta change up what you're doing. You gotta change things. Change the energy. Let's see what other people have to say. Yeah, psychometry is touch. What you get from touch. Ben likes the numerology method. Soda Pop, did I miss your tarot question? I think I did. Thank you. Let me go back and look for it. Here, got it. Thank you. What do you think of psychics, mediums that don't use cards? I went to a psychic recently who said she used to use tarot, but had to stop due to issues with her hands. Depends on the person. Did you get a good reading? I've had a lot of people tell me that I don't need the cards, which pisses me off because there are people who say the cards are a crutch. Just do the reading, get rid of the cards. I'm like, why wouldn't I use my favorite tool? Why wouldn't I? But there are many, many readers who don't use tools at all. And like anything else, like tarot readers, like astrologers, like anything else, some are better than others. So I think it really, not every tarot reader is as good as every other one when it comes to pro readings. No matter what, it was a good reading. So there you go. There you go. Absolutely. And that's probably what I would do too. If God forbid something happened to my hands, I would just keep on doing readings and just not use cards anymore. It'd make me sad, but I'd do it. It'd be all right. Lady Lenormand, I worked for many years as a psychic medium with no cards. I find I love to combine both. I think it's a personal choice and style, not good or bad. Yep, absolutely. 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 Okay. Here we go. And Peggy Lou, you like to ask people their birthday when you read at a party. Very good. Okay, and we'll do this reading for Lisa Harmon. This will be the last reading that we do. If you'd like to do this reading, at Lisa Harmon, and Lisa, thank you for being a member. At Lisa Harmon, the name of the cards you got, and the name of Lisa Harmon, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. She's concerned about her brain health. Let's see what we got. Ace of Cups reversed. I mean, you're going through a tough time with this, But there's nothing in this card that says it's going to be either wonderful or terrible. It could be somewhere in between. Yep. Okay, so other questions. What else do we want to talk about when it comes to the cards? I'll probably do a rant video on this. The number of people, and this has increased recently, I think because tarot's become more mainstream, which I think is a good thing. But I get more people coming to me with, I get more people coming to me who want the spirituality of tarot but don't want to do the work. And they have like all, and yes, you can be intuitive with tarot, but you still have to put the work in. And they're like, well, I just want my deck to come to me. I'll just take whatever deck the universe gives me. I had to say to someone, so if you need a new toothbrush, do you just wait for the universe to give you a toothbrush, or do you go out and buy one? I don't know. Are you running into anything like that these days? Here's a question from Von Ray. Do you use oracle cards in a reading? If so, when and why? And tag that oracle cards and let me know. I don't. I strictly will use tarot. I can read with oracle cards. I have some oracle decks I love. I know a lot of readers who will do an oracle card either at the beginning or at the end or both, and I think that's great. But it's really not for me. Other people, let me know. What do you use? How does that go for you? Joanne, just get one of those automatic card shuffling machines. The problem with that is the size. It's hard to find either find a card deck that's small enough or a shuffling machine that's big enough. But yeah, I think you probably could do that. So it is November 1st. We are in soft holiday season now, and I think we're still in spooky season. Perhaps we should do a tarot exercise around all of that. Soda Pop says, I'm somewhere between a tarot snob elitist and an airy-fairy lunatic. I don't necessarily believe that you have to heavily study Kabbalah and astrology to read tarot. Yeah, I don't. But you do need to study the meanings. Or at least do some freaking exercises or something, and at least be willing to buy a deck that's appropriate for a beginner. Absolutely. And Ashrael does use oracle cards at the beginning to get a sense of what the querent needs. I love that. That's beautiful. So let's do an exercise. And let's do an exercise right now. As I said, I'm not quite ready to go into soft holiday yet. So let's do a spooky season exercise. Let's do one card for the new year. Halloween is the witch's new year. And since we're all here reading tarot, let's just say we're all witches. I know some of us are. One card for your year ahead. Pull the card, give us an interpretation. If you're not sure how to interpret it, just say help. Say help, and we'll help you. For my year ahead, 4 of Cups. So interesting. I think I really have to focus in and figure out, like, what are the things I'm going to do? There's so many things I want to do. Which ones am I going to do? Okay, Mediha, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for being here. Been listening while cleaning. The deck that you relate makes all the difference. I was given a tiny, super abstract deck 22 years ago. It was cryptic and ugly, right? So I said we weren't going to do any more readings, but when a person is a member and a moderator, I think we have to do it. Let's do a reading for Teresa C. Okay, if anyone else would like to do this reading, at Teresa C, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. I'd like to know if I'll either inherit or buy a home in the next 2 years. Knight of Swords reversed. I think it's going to take longer. I think it's coming, but it's going to take longer. All right. So the New Year card. Soda Pop. I got the Queen of Pentacles. Can anyone help me? Yeah. I think your year is going to be really full of bounty, success, fertility, the things that you want, the things that make you stable, the things that make you feel comfortable in your life. That can be money, that can be home, that can be things of beauty. But what a great card for the new year. That's fabulous. I love that. I love that. Claire, Three of Swords. This is a great, Claire Lilly, this is a great interpretation for the Three of Swords. Put my creative skills down in writing and focus one at a time. Right, and I know you don't love writing. You're a good writer, but you don't love writing. I got that. Okay, so Janine, what do you think about that Eight of Wands? So the exercise question, since Halloween, Samhain is the witch's new year, one card for your new year. What do you need to know and what is predicted as you go into the new year? Von Ray, Seven of Wands. So I think this year there's going to be many things, many possibilities, many things to do, many things you want to do, and you're going to have to really focus in and figure out what do you want to do, not what other people want you to do, but what you want to do. And Leon, Seven of Swords reversed. So for me, Seven of Swords reversed is all about integrity. It's all about doing the right thing. So really trying to surround yourself with people who have integrity, with people who do the right thing, and being that yourself. Okay, nice. Oh, Betty, that is amazing. King of Pentacles, also the card I got for your grandfather, secure and prosperous year. Yeah. Lisa, card for the new year, the Chariot. Well, that's reassuring. I love that. Soda Pop, it's true. Writers will often talk about how hard writing is. Yes. You don't write because you want to. You write because you have to. Okay, Deirdre, for the new year, the Knight of Wands. Well, that's exciting. What do you think about that? Medea, King of Coins, finally getting your shit together. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you're not sure about the card, if you're not sure about the interpretation, let us know specifically, ask for help, and we will help you. Oh, Ben, Libra does tarot. You got Justice, which is the card of Libra. Going to be fair to yourself. Absolutely. A good thing. And now I wonder if you're sometimes not fair for yourself, to yourself. Justine, King of Pentacles reversed for your new year. I think you're really going to spend this year figuring out what you really want. And that's okay because you're young. You've got time. So figuring out what you really want. Oh, Ashriel, this is beautiful. Ace of Wands. Yay, time to ignite new dreams and passions. Exactly. This is what I'm telling you. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. So if you need help with your exercise, with your interpretation, please let me know. And the floor is still open for questions about tarot. Ha! Soda Pop, my good friend that's a Libra, sat on a journey for a high-profile murder trial and flipped the entire jury towards not guilty. That is a good story. That is a good story. I have a guilty story about jury duty. Man, I had so much work scheduled, so many clients scheduled. I pulled jury duty, and I was chosen. I was like in the final elimination, and I didn't want to cancel all my clients for the week. And so when they got to, is there any of you, is there any other reason that you should not serve on a jury? And I was like, yes, I'm a professional tarot card reader, and I will read the cards to determine guilty or not guilty. And I know that's not how our justice system works. And they dismissed me. Ben, I'm always my worst critic and call it self-awareness when in fact I'm just overly critical of myself. Right? You know, what a great esoteric question. What is the difference between self-awareness and just being mean to yourself? That's so interesting. Lady Lenormand, besides costumes, does anything else feel different to you about reading tarot during spooky season? Is the veil thinner in your opinion? Fuck yes, it is. Oh God, I am so sorry. I am so sorry, man. I think I'm just like hanging out here with friends, right? Sorry, I really apologize for that. But yeah, I do. There's so much more about the ancestors and healing ancestral trauma. And you know what came up this year? And I think some of us talked about this in another live. But the idea that when we do our own healing from generational wounds, ancestral healing, all the ancestors are healed as well. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know, I did. I'm so sorry. Well, we are friends, right? There we go. So if you got a card and you don't know how to interpret it, please do ask. We'll be happy to, but you have to ask. F-bombs are allowed, right? I appreciate that. I try to keep it family friendly, right? Eight of Wands. Here we go. Janine, your interpretation for Eight of Wands. Realigning my life and taking action to move forward in my life. Yes. And I would add to that. That's beautiful. Allowing energy to flow within you and around you too. Like let spirit guide you as well. Absolutely. So yeah, I really do feel it in spooky season, starting with probably around, I would say from October 6th to November 6th is really the time I feel the thin veil. I feel it. And I love it, but it's heavy. Betty Flesher, no F's given about swearing. I feel it, but it's heavy. And I probably get more calls for mediumship readings as well. And maybe it's just because it's on everyone's mind, or maybe other people are feeling it too, and when they feel it, maybe they don't feel it as much as communication as they do sorrow, but maybe they've also had that communication and they have questions about it. So yeah, I do a lot more this time of year. Yes, I do. Absolutely. And Halloween party readings are hard too, because, they want you for entertainment because you're a prop, in the same way they have Halloween decorations. And I don't do prop readings. I'm going to do a real reading. So there was one party and I never got invited back to this party. Everyone's in great costumes. They wanted me in costume, not my favorite, but I did. And I was to do the husband and wife who were the hosts together first. And the first thing that came up, even though they had this beautiful party and these great costumes, the first thing that came up in the reading is their marriage was falling apart. And I put out 11 cards and all 11 cards speak to this. There was nothing else to speak to. And so we had to do that reading and they cried and oh my gosh. So yeah, there are things about Halloween party readings that I find really difficult. But there's this one party I do every year and they expect it and they want it. And it's a traditional Halloween party in every way, but they expect transformation at my table. That's what I love. Okay. So Cindy Rosario, 10 of Cups. Yeah, so this year is going to be great. It's going to be happy. There's going to be a lot of love, a lot of friends, a lot of family. Very good. Am I comfortable calling myself a medium? Sadly, I'm an extra large. But yes, I do. I have mediumistic abilities. I don't advertise it because I don't want that to be the whole of my job. But yes, I am very comfortable calling myself that. Absolutely. Have I ever gone to a haunted place or been called for that kind of thing? Yes. Joanne Matthew, my new year, I counted cards. The High Priestess. I will focus more on my intuition, my knowledge of the past, family history, what has been hidden deep inside, and what my soul is telling me. I love that. Veronica Jude, I'm with you. Even if it's short, it's never a prop reading. Right? I am no one's prop. I'm no one's circus clown. I just can't. I can't. Oh, Gina Rutledge, year ahead, Ace of Cups. I get many things popping from this and cannot narrow it down. Predominantly feeling. Let myself be open to the flow of all things healing and new friendships and connections. Yeah. And Gina, just know that love is within you and you spread love everywhere you go. You spread love everywhere you go. That is a beautiful thing, So what did I say to the couple? I did the reading. I said, look, this is a party. We're here to do a party, but these are the cards and this is the reading, so let's do it. And we did the reading. And I kept it short, obviously. And I gave them my card and I said, hey, if you really want to dig into this, come see me in my office. They never did. Nor did they ever call me back. Okay. Let's just make sure. Oh, Lisa, you'll find out more about your brain health on Thursday morning. Please let us know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, here we go. Scrolling. Hey, good night, Janine. Looking forward to seeing you again. Thanks so much. Denise, were you afraid or what feelings did you have in a haunted place? I got a story. Some of you have heard this story. I'm at a place fairly early in my career. I'm at a home doing a regular tarot party, where 20 minutes a person, X number of dollars a head. Everyone gets a recording of their reading. That's what we're doing. And they said, the hostess and host said, we have one room we can't go in. What do you mean you can't go in? It's haunted. So I'm like, let me see it. My memory of this, I don't know exactly what actually happened, but my memory of this was, I opened the door, I walked in, and I was physically thrown out of the room. I don't know if that's really what happened, but that's my memory. So I asked if I could, I did the party. I asked if I could come back the next day. I came back the next day with all the right tools. And I asked permission to enter. I sat in the room. I figured out what was going on there, I felt it was a child who had died in a fire in that house. I gave them all the information I got. They went to town hall, found the records on the house, and indeed, a child had died in a fire in that house. So we released the child and sent the child on. Oh, Betty Flesher was having a not so great day. I feel so much better after being with all of you. Oh my gosh, thank you. That's like the best thing, man. That we can just get together and do the things. So we got 3 minutes left, which means it's time for shameless self-promotion. Do you have a tarot deck that you've designed, Claire Lily, or anybody else? Do you have a website? Do you have an Insta account? Do you have a TikTok? Do you have a YouTube channel? Whatever you want to promote, go ahead and promote it. Lady Lenormand, man, you've got a bunch of decks that you've designed and a bunch of stuff. Shirts, mugs, all the things. In fact, I was looking for the mug that you designed to use tonight, and I found it's right down on the table there. I was like, can't find it, but it's there. And I love it. So make sure, drop your shameless self-promotion. Drop it here. And any of you who are local, our tarot meetup is doing, Lady Lenormand, if you're free, it might be worth the drive up for you. We're doing a ghost tour. November 6th, this coming Sunday in Stewart. One of our members, Terry, who's also going to be a presenter at StarCon, she does these ghost tours in Stewart, and she's going to give us one. So if you're local, you might want to come to that. Febborn, you're so sweet. Thank you. All right. So drop that shameless self-promotion. And I did finally get most of our November stuff is up. So you've got the links for our classes and our members only class and all of that. It's already up. Obviously, I'll be back on Thursday at noon with our Tarot Topics weekly newsletter recap. Right. All these people wish I was in Florida. I'd be so there for that, right? It's going to be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. We've got a fun meetup group here, as Brendan knows. So yeah, if you are local. And Lady Lenormand, you have a Halloween Lenormand deck. Yes, you do. I love it too. I love it. So my shameless self-promotion, ChristianaGaudet.com. Go to my website and StarCon.com. Get your StarCon ticket, STAARCON.com. See what it's all about. And, some of you will be in Florida January 20th through 22nd next year for StarCon. If you can't make it in person, you can also join us online. My friends, I want to thank you so much. Yes, Taroscopes will be up tomorrow. They're a little late, and I do apologize. But your Tarot Fairy Godmother has been the Mall Santa this month. Yes, Taroscopes will be up tomorrow, I promise. All right, my friends, really appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care of yourselves. Be good. As we leave spooky season and go into holiday season, we'll do it together. Thank you all. We'll see you soon.